This evening, President Trump announced he plans to nominate former Fox News host Jeanine Pirro as interim U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia. That came after he was forced to withdraw his first choice, right-wing activist Ed Martin. Some GOP senators made it clear they could not support Martin because of his ties to January 6th. Martin isn't leaving, though. He instead will head up the Justice Department's Weaponization Working Group. And in case you forgot, Attorney General Pam Bondi created the group mainly to review prosecutions of Donald Trump. Let's bring in former U.S. Attorney Joyce Vance. She spent 25 years as a federal prosecutor. Joyce, let's start with Jeanine Pirro as the top federal prosecutor in D.C. Your reaction about Pirro as the pick, but what that job entails, what control will she have now?
Right. So it's an important job. She'll be the top law enforcement officer in the District of Columbia. And although on paper she does have some qualification, she was an elected district attorney in Westchester County, New York. That was 20 years ago, and that experience is a little bit more dated than what you would expect to see for this job in the District of Columbia. But, Steph, the big concern is this. She's far too close to the president. United States attorneys should never take their marching orders from a president. They should look strictly to the facts and the law. Their job is to do justice. They are the people's lawyer, not the president's lawyer. And it'll be a heavy lift to see if she can do this, although she'll only be there on an interim basis.
Well, let's talk about what Martin is about to do, because he's going to this weaponization working group. And this is the group that is looking into former special counsel Jack Smith, Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg, and New York Attorney General Tish James.
So his role will be in the Deputy Attorney General, the DAG's office as a Deputy Assistant Attorney General. And apparently his assigned duties will include leading this working group. That doesn't mean, by the way, he's the last word, the final sign-off on prosecutions off of that task force's work. But I don't think it's a very good look, either for the Justice Department or for what we hope remains of the Justice Department's independence. This is someone who is an acknowledged advocate. He has advocated for January 6 defendants. He has been on the attack against Justice Department employees, not political folks, career folks who just did their jobs and worked on the cases that they were assigned to. And that's exactly what this task force is looking into. So I think it's, we have not heard the last from Ed Martin, but I think there's also a legitimate question about his qualifications and his suitability for any job in the Justice Department, not just one that requires Senate confirmation.
All right, switching topics, I want to share something that happened on the Hill today. Senator Patty Murray was pushing FBI Director Kash Patel on the weaponization of the Department of Justice and retribution. Watch this exchange.
You've reportedly placed FBI employees responsible for investigation January 6 cases on leave. Is that keeping up your promise of no politicization, no retribution?
It is, because that's wildly inaccurate. I have not placed anyone on leave who has not violated their ethical obligation or their oath to the Constitution.
So if they were investigating January 6th, you believe they were violating an ethical obligation?
Nope. We will not be strayed from our mission because people think we are politicizing the Bureau. If you want to talk about someone who was attacked by a weaponized Bureau, you're looking at him.
What strikes you about that exchange?
Well, look, the director of the FBI never looks forward to going on Capitol Hill and facing an oversight hearing, but he does owe senators and members of the House, he owes them honest answers. And in this situation, the answers feel slippery. There's no real exchange here. We believe that the facts are that Patel, before he was confirmed in this role, did have some input into having FBI agents placed on leave simply because they worked on cases that they were assigned to. There is litigation pending where those allegations have been made. It's slow moving, like so much of this litigation is. But the fact that Patel comes to the Hill with this sort of attitude towards senators is shocking from an FBI director.